Hey, it's Kilobyte here, and in this video I'm going to do a review of the Launch 7001 C reader or code reader. It's an OBD2 scanner, and this was sent to me to do a review on, and we'll try to do a good review, impartial review, and let you see what it does and how it works. So it comes in standard box, pretty standard stuff. I will tell you that this is one of several code readers that they're coming out with. This one here is around the 130 or under for the standard product. And I'll get into it. Has some options available. With fully loaded, it's more like 190. I don't know if this is going to show up large enough on the video, but it gives some of the other models that they have available. You can look them up online and what features they include. On this one, so mine would be standard. It doesn't have any of the options. Some of the options that you can get is the EBP, which is their electronic parking brake. SAS being your steering angle sensor. The BMS, I'm not even sure what that one is. The DPF is your diesel particle filter, and your ABS bleeding lets you reset all those. Those are optional on the 7001 series. And then you can get all of the above, and obviously it has all of them. This one here that I have is standard, and it doesn't include any of these. As you'll see when we get on the car, it does, however, have the oil reset if you've got one of the higher end cars that for that. And we'll move on. So it comes with a quick start manual. It's very basic, as manuals are today. Has a nice bag that comes with it. Your code reader goes in here. Your wiring can go in there, and you can put whatever you want right there. It's got about a 4-foot cable. I didn't measure it. That's about what it looks like. It comes with a USB cable. That is for you can use that for a few things, such as upgrading the code on it. This is a memory card. You can slip the memory card in this and then plug it into your computer. And finally, what you're probably wanting to see is the actual code reader. And I will tell you that it feels really good. It's solid. I mean, I'm trying to twist it here. It's not twisting at all. It has a almost rubbery feel to it. It's a really hard rubber, perhaps. It's got quick buttons on the front here for your DTC, your codes, ER for erase. The IM is actually readiness button. You've got a help, and we'll see all this when we fire it up. This is your escape button. This moves it, and I don't know if you can hear me pressing these buttons. They sound really good. And the OK button, I mean, it feels really solid. So which is obviously for a code reader. You're working around cars and stuff. You're going to drop it and you're going to abuse it a little bit. So obviously the top is your plug, and it does have the screws so that won't come out. Of course, it's pretty tight anyway. The bottom, after you slide your cover over, right here is your little memory card It's a little 4 gig. And like I said, this allows you to put the card in and to that and plug it into your computer. And then there is your USB, if I can get the camera to focus on it, where the USB cable plugs in. Alright, so it's firing up, and here we are. And I'm inside the house. It's snowing right now outside, so I figure this will be easier to keep the camera still here at the table. So I've actually connected it to a USB battery charger, and this has given me my power. Nice use of the USB cable. And as you can see, this one's really basic. This is the screen. That's all you get. So let me start with help. This gives you your DLC location information, your library. So if you want to, you can type in the code. So if you type in a code, so let's do one that I'm well familiar with, and let's see. Oops. Let's do 4, 5, 5. Evaporative emission system leak detect. Large leak. Well, and then it gives you more information. So it's pretty cool. Giving you some things to look for. Go back. So you got some abbreviations. And actually that may even tell me what the BMS means, but or not, or I'm going too fast to see it. Either way, whatever. You have your location information. That's where you'd plug in your connection. Tool information about OBD. What is OBD? Vehicle coverage, that type of thing. And it's pretty much anything 96 and newer. So that'll help. Let's look at settings real quick. Languages. This currently has English, Francais, Espanol, and German. Unit of measure, metric or imperial. Beeper, whether you want it to beep or not. You can probably hear that. And record mode, if you want to record your session, you can. Alright, so now that you know that you can record your session, this is where you would have recorded your session and you want to go and look at it. So you can review the GTS. No, I don't have any recorded. You can review any of these things that you had saved. You can delete them as well and upload. So that is those. Now let's, okay, diagnose. So you have your scanner. It's not connected to anything except for my portable USB charger. So it's not going to find it. Everything's going to fail because there's nothing there. Now, unfortunately, I can't actually back out, so it's got to finish. It doesn't take that long, but you probably don't want to be bored. Alright, believe it or not, there was an error in communications. And yes, it's because it's not on a car. But they don't know that. And your reset functions. Oil lamp reset. And then you can choose your vehicle. And please wait. Of course, again, it's not hooked up to anything, so we're probably not going to get very far. Switch to ignition, and basically walks you through doing it. So it's pretty basic scanner, and we'll go try it on a vehicle. All right, we've got a 2001 Mitsubishi Eclipse. Yeah, we'll see what it shows us on this. All right, we're in the car. It's plugged in under the dash. So let's see, now the ignition key, nothing is on. And I think let's see, let me turn it to on. And okay. Alright, it's processing. Now again, the car's not on. Now anything that this car does not support will fail. There we go. So as hopefully you can see, I'm trying to hold the camera steady. DTCs in this ECU is 1. Readiness complete, readiness not complete. Okay. Read codes, evaporative emissions. This is the one we looked at earlier. This is one because the gas cap keeps getting dirty on this one. And the code didn't, I just cleaned the gas cap and never removed the actual code. Let's see if we can erase it. Clear, reset, admission related diagnostic information. Are you sure? Turn key to on with engine off, press OK. Mission diagnostic information has been cleared. So that code should now be gone. Vehicle has no fault codes. Yay! Didn't have to run it down to the auto store. And then you got some other tests like data stream. The thing I think has to be running before you're going to actually get anything. It is showing data. And yeah, engine coolant temperature is about 37. It's about it's about 32 Fahrenheit here. So it is reading the data, interesting, even without it being on. So I want to show you, the car is now running. It is not warmed up yet, but it is running. We're going to go to data stream. View all items. All right, you can see engine RPM. And it's a little slow, but it's not too bad. Again, this is more like for your backyard mechanic, not a professional. Engine coolant temperature is up to 138. Vehicle speed, we're not moving. I hope we're not moving. I wouldn't know because of the snow, but let's see. But you got your oxygen sensor output, short-term fuel trim, and a lot of this is stuff that this car supports. Not necessarily everything it shows. We'll try it on another vehicle and see what else see if we get anything new. But here's what I wanted to show you. So we're gonna escape out of this, and we're gonna go down to View Graphic Items. And I'm gonna actually just hit everything. And it's gonna show you a graphical display of the items. Obviously, to make this more worthwhile, you're going to want to pick your specific things that you're wanting to see. Just curious to see the graph changing when I give it gas. Yeah, you can see that the graph has changed. But alright, sure, yep, I'm sure I want to exit. Ta-da. And again, you got the hotkeys, of course, so you don't, for this one, maybe not so much. I mean, they're good to have, but it only does limited things. So, and we have no fault codes because I just cleared them with this. All right, so that should finish this vehicle. All right, we're now in a 2016 Mazda CX9, and let's see if anything looks different here. It is running. Diagnose. Again, the fails are things that are not supported, or I mean, I guess it could be a fail. But as you can see, we got no codes. Readiness is 8. Completed, not completed was 0. Not supported was 2. Let's go down to our data stream. All right. Apparently we got 2 ECUs. And all these cars are different, I'll tell you. Alright, so didn't like that one. Interesting. Or did I knock the cable? Ignition is on. I think it's connected. Maybe it's not. All right. Hit the quick button on the codes. Comes up with these. Okay, let's try ECU 2. I don't know what the difference is. The vehicle has no fault codes. Good. Now let's go. Let's just quickly look at our resets. Alright, still just the oil lamp. Alright. Now let's data stream. Let's go to 2. Last time we tried 1 and that didn't like it. Okay, 2 does work. Now, error in communication, please check. Alright, so my guess is this is a 2016. So my guess is that it needs to be updated, the OS on the device. And I tried updating it. They don't have the device on their web page yet for updates. So I was unable to update it, and So it looks like the 2016 model, at least of the Mazda CX9, is not going to be a it's not going to be a lot of use. You might still be able to look at codes, you know, because it did show no codes. But as far as like the live streaming, did not like that. All right, now we're in a 2011 Mustang GT, and it's just been started. Let's see what it'll do with it. Now I will mention that the cable, you know, the like 4 feet or whatever it is plenty long. It's actually, I mean, I can read this all over on the passenger seat if I wanted. So yeah, the cable is plenty long now, if I can get it set. Look at the diagnostics, let's see what we can do. Okay, there's all those readiness and things. The mill status is off, that's your light. Alright, now let's just go down. Data stream. View all items. There we go. You see it's only 95 degrees on the coolant temperature, so it's like I said, it was just recently started. It's showing the short-term fuel trim, long-term on the 2 different banks, which is good. Vehicle speed, RPM, timing, advance. Yeah, see, it's reading all of it. You know, a lot of these are dependent on your system, your car, not the reader. That's why on the 2001 we didn't have that much. 2016 apparently was too new for this particular update, but the 11 has some good numbers, and hopefully they will update the OS on this so that the newer car can be read. And I'm just kind of going down through there. All right, now let's look at a graph. Now this is just selecting all, and just so you can get an idea. You would probably do, like, you could do some fuel trims or whatever, you know, it just depends on what you're trying to troubleshoot. So you can see it's pretty nice, pretty cool graph. And it's, you know, it'll show 4 things, it looks like. So this is probably just picking forth the top 4 or something, and that's what it's showing. If you go in and use the select feature to pick your 4, you know, that'd be what you'd want to do. You can tell when I blip the throttle, things change. So it's, you know, it's reading legit data, so pretty cool. It functions well, and you'll notice that it's much quicker on this car than it was on the 2001, and again, I think that's because of the ECU is faster feeding that information. But that is it, and hope it was helpful in deciding whether or not this is a reader that is good for you. Quality wise, you know, it's solid. It seems to function as advertised. This one is limited on what it gives, but that's, you know, the price should reflect that. As far as comparing it to other ones, and you know, look at the functionality and then look at the price, see what you think. You know, that's your call on that. Again, I couldn't update the OS on this at this time because this model is not showing on their web page, so I could not read a 2016. I could read the codes, but I couldn't do like the live data streaming. on a 2016. Bear that in mind. Hopefully they'll have that update available on the web page soon. But I'm pretty happy with it. Again, it's not a not for the pro. It doesn't have everything a pro needs. It's more backyard mechanic, shade tree mechanic. So anyway, hopefully it was helpful in your decision making. And please like, subscribe, comment, and good luck.